The let them theory, the 10-minute idea that could change your life. What if I told you that 2 words could give you your power back? Let them. 2 words, one mindset shift, a complete life reframe. This is Mel Robbins, best-selling author, speaker, and expert in personal development. And this idea, it didn't come from a psychology textbook. It came from an emotionally loaded moment at a high school prom. The let them theory is not a slogan. It's a behavioral reframe that's helping millions stop managing other people's reactions and reclaim their own mental energy. Key idea 1, the trap of control. We all try to control what others think. You've likely spent time perfecting an email so your boss wouldn't misinterpret it, or walked on eggshells at a family gathering to avoid conflict. But no matter how careful you are, someone is still upset, disappointed, or offended. That's because people's reactions are rooted in their emotions, not your actions. Application. Next time you're tempted to over-explain yourself in a message, stop and ask, am I trying to control their perception? If yes, delete the second paragraph. Let them interpret. Key idea 2. The freedom in surrender. Mel puts it simply, let them. Your colleague ignores your suggestion in a meeting? Let them. Your in-laws judge your parenting? Let them. When you stop reacting to everyone else's behavior, you regain your emotional agency. Real-life example. Sarah, a project manager, used to get drained by a passive-aggressive teammate. After reading this book, she stopped over-engaging and simply said, let them be difficult. I'll stay professional. Within weeks, her stress levels dropped and her team respected her boundaries more. Key idea 3. Boundaries are energy shields. Think of your emotional energy like a phone battery. Constantly reacting to people's moods? That's background apps draining you. The let them theory is like enabling low power mode. You conserve energy for real priorities. Application. Set a 5-minute timer each morning and list 3 things you will not engage in today. Gossip, unsolicited advice, explaining your plans to skeptics. Key idea 4. It's not about them. Let them isn't passive. It's a conscious act of refocusing. When you stop trying to change others, you start changing yourself. People's opinions stop being roadblocks and become background noise. Real-life example, Miguel, a startup founder, was constantly drained by his family questioning his career. He stopped defending his choices. Instead, he let them have their concerns and focused on doubling his client base. Key idea 5. Daily practice builds emotional muscle. Use let them in micro moments. Someone interrupts you in conversation. Let them. A stranger cuts the line. Let them. These are emotional push-ups. Each one builds your resistance to unnecessary stress. Application. Create a let them journal. Jot down every time you successfully let go of a reaction. Review weekly to measure growth. Expert perspectives. Psychotherapist Nedra Glover Tawwab, author of Set Boundaries, Find Peace, reminds us that emotional boundaries are not walls, they are filters. The let them theory acts exactly as that filter, preserving your energy while maintaining connection. Brené Brown, vulnerability researcher, says, clarity is kindness. Letting people have their reactions without trying to alter them is the clearest form of self-respect. Even ancient Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius taught that peace comes from mastering what's within, not managing what's without. Insight. Let them is not weakness. It's emotional strategy. You don't have to be liked to be at peace. You don't have to explain to feel valid. You don't have to win arguments to be strong. The shift is subtle but powerful. From, what do they think of me, to what do I think of myself? If this gave you even one breath of relief, subscribe, because you're busy. But your mind deserves clarity.